Cultural observations, influencers.
Hello, I'm Frankie, and welcome to this episode of Frankie's Cultural Observations. Today, we're going to be analysing influencers.
Oh, he's probably somewhere in California, right? So it shouldn't take long to find one.
Due to the transient, temporary nature of influencers, you may not recognise any influencers I'm using in this video. Influencers engage in the consumption of Instagram-friendly kale shakes, kombucha and kundalini exercises while texting on the freeway of a gas-guzzling G-Wagon that they somehow got for free. Influencers exist in a state of privilege. They think childhood trauma is the name of an expensive side salad that they'd order in a fancy restaurant before handing it straight back to the waiter. Due to the influencers' inherent...
Oh my god.
Due to the influencers' inherent lack of self-awareness, they have no idea we're filming them right now. They don't even see me. All they see are brand deals and potential collaborations with influencers who have more followers than they do.
Yeah, that's about right.
Influencers are a similar strain of species to humans, made up of carbon, hydrogen and diet pills that don't work.
Did you know influencer is like the most popular job that people want to have nowadays? It's like more than like doctor. Yeah.
But they have to keep taking or their body will shut down. Influencers often take acting classes. They do this really good impression of someone who cares about mental health. Influencers are mental health allies, which is basically like any other form of ally. An empty word people use to attach meaning to a marginalised group so they can make more money.
I like this guy.
Influencers harness their mean girl energy to cancel depression and start a smear campaign that gets anxiety deplatformed.
Yep.
But they soon lose interest and go back to what they do best, pretending to have ADHD so they don't have to buy Adderall off their drug dealer anymore. Influencers love giving back to their community. They post random acts of kindness videos online, such as paying for an old woman's groceries, even if it makes her uncomfortable and she doesn't want them to do it. It's not actually about her, it's about them. The cameras are rolling and they need to somehow offload all of this illegal money they laundered into their offshore unregulated crypto casino company. Influencers are...
I never had a problem with the people that are donating to the homeless. Like, they're not being weird about it. I think that, like, there's a spectrum of anything, but I actually never really had a problem with the ones that were just doing it. Like, I saw, like, for example, like, there was this one video of this guy, and they got this guy off the street, and they helped him pick out some clothes, and like the dude that did it was like a barber, and so they gave him like a really fucking nice haircut and everything. Like, I thought that was really cool. I did. And so I'm not a universal hater for this, but here's what I don't like. It's whenever people go, you saw that? Yeah, it was a really popular video. Whenever people go and they're like, yeah, I did just get exposed for calling people the N-word. Not in 2011, but 11 days ago. Yes, I did just get exposed for, well, let me think, like stealing or doing some other crazy, really bad thing, doing cocaine or something like that before my streams. Oh, I know what to do. Let's give a homeless person $20 and video record it. You know what I mean? That's the difference. What's wrong with cocaine? Well, people don't like it. Well, I'm not complaining about cocaine. It's fine with me. Do whatever you want. But I'm just saying that, you know, they do these kinds of things whenever somebody gets canceled for being a bad person, and then they'll try to do like these random acts of kindness in order to clear their name. It's like whenever you play WoW and you accidentally kill like a guard at Booty Bay, and it's like, oh, fuck, bro, I just lost like 2,000 rep. Okay, let's go get some mage weave. We've got to turn this back in and build this rep back up, right? Yeah, that's really what they're doing, bro. Like, let's get it right down to a number.
Creatures of spectacle. They have to continuously socially reproduce themselves through images in order to stay relevant. But when we zoom out, the real purpose of the influencer is the same purpose of the news media, the maintenance of the status quo. Influencers are designed in the image of the culture industry, which is why they're all basically extensions of the same person. Influencers often put a link to a humanitarian cause in their bio, because they've always just been so passionate about flexing their social status to show you how much of a good person they think they are. Yeah. When you scratch the surface of
that's how I'm different, is I'm just an asshole. Yeah. Yeah, I've raised money for charity before. But for the most part, yeah, I'm just pretty much a dick.
influencer with philanthropic impulses,
Who's this
you'll
guy?
find more surface. But when you dig even deeper than that, you'll find a saviour complex with a side order of imperialism. And if you too would like to donate to the noble cause, you can find a link in their bio. It's the one in between their Amazon wishlist and their Venmo. Influencers often identify as queer, even though they're 100% straight. Because as a white patriarchal male, they have to staple on an extra...
Oh god. This guy's talking about Minecrafters. Now I understand. Now, see, we've got enough frames of reference. Now we know who he's really talking about.
...layer of oppression, so they won't have to rely on talent alone to get cast in the next coming-of-age LGBT film. Scientists say every time you hear an influencer talk openly about a non-disclosure agreement in densely populated coffee shops, an Instagram model falls off a cliff and dies while trying to take an aesthetic shot of a Native American reservation with a caption that highlights the importance of connecting with nature. Influencers think they're environmental activists just because they've seen a few videos of Greta Thunberg, and they test their coke to make sure it's not cut with fentanyl. They test it by giving a line to one of their slightly less attractive friends.
That's so horrible.
Don't speak! When you're talking to an influencer and the subject of discussion isn't about themselves, they won't know what to do, and they'll think you're speaking a different language, which is why they...
By the way, that part is actually true with a lot of streamers. Like, with a lot of streamers, there are two types of conversations they can have. There's conversations about themselves and conversations about their stream.
Hand you their keys, because obviously if you're communicating in a foreign tongue, you must be their valet driver, and that's why they're calling you Pedro. Influencers like to see themselves as advocates for faux fur, even though they believe in fast fashion and profit off the exploits of child labour. But it's fine.
Oh, that's like the fur that's not fur? Well, what's wrong with just getting normal fur? I mean, shit, it's fake? Well, why not just get the normal one? It's expensive? Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, true.
Children aren't actually mooses. Influencers don't believe in the cosmos because it makes them feel insignificant. And anything that makes an influencer feel insignificant...
So that's why so many of them believe in flat Earth?
...is unfit for purpose in their line of business. The only time influencers talk about the universe is when they jump on an Instagram live and blabber on about the power of manifestation, which they wholeheartedly believe in, because all they ever wanted to be was an influencer. And now they finally get the chance to rent out a villa in Spain for 1 week a year, taking pictures in different rooms from different angles, which they'll post on their social media throughout the year. Influencers see themselves as omnipotent beings, capable of swaying the public opinion and manipulating the narratives of TikTok children. But the only thing that influencers actually influence is people pressing the block button because they're sick of seeing lip gloss tutorials on their home screen. Influencers are dyslexic.
I like how the odds are he probably just went up to random people. He's like, hey, can you stand here and do nothing while I say bad things about you? I'm popular on YouTube. A lot of people are going to see this. It's going to be good for you.
They came to LA because they thought it was the city of angles, which meant that they'd find better lighting when taking this week's gifted product from an Indonesian sweatshop.
Oh, good.
No, I said sweatshop, not a sweat lodge. You can't go there. When you're talking to an influencer about your personal life, they're incapable of hiding how over it they are, which is why they dig their hands in their pockets, take out their phone, and start texting right in front of your face. It's easier to imagine the end of civilization itself than to imagine the end of the influencer. Jesus. In the modern era, while God is dead, influencers have become the new religious leaders, the czars of the Instagram dream world. And if you're not trying to sacrifice your true identity to be exactly like them, then you're just a loser with fuck off followers. Is that Kim Kardashian?
Oh, it was good. Oh, shit. Let me link you guys a video. That was funny.